Why you gonna try to play me when I have the receipts? It is so great to be back with another vlog. This vlog is not going to be very long, as it is a follow-up to a vlog I did a couple of weeks back, maybe about a month and a half ago, regarding my income tax returns and how the IRS was holding on to them like a thief in the night. Now, I'm not really going to recap that video too much, but basically, in that video, I'm explaining how I filed my taxes in February. Then the pandemic hit, threw everything out of whack. Then the IRS decided to do the fool with myself and millions of other people by holding on to our funds. And then, go off into an abyss of waiting. So that's just a brief recap of that last vlog, and I am doing a brief follow-up on that vlog from a few weeks back. So we just gonna jump right on in. I followed up with the IRS last week, and I know that seems like a long time, but like I said, you know, after initially finding out what the holdup was, I knew that I was gonna be in for a little wait. So I tried to give time a chance to work the situation out. I tried to give it time, but then last week I ran out of patience and I called them. Now, the number I called was the generic 1-800 number that they have listed on their website, and if I'm not mistaken, it's like 1-800-829-1040. Now, when you call that number, there are like 100 options. That number is a very generic number. So there was like, I mean, literally, there was a long list of options. And the options that applied to me wasn't going to get me to a live representative. So what I did is I called, I listened to the options. I did initially, the first time I called, I selected the options that applied to my situation. And just like I thought, those options led me right back to the website. I mean, honey, those options didn't even lead me to a voice message. Those options led me right back to the website, which is where I didn't want to be. So I hung up, thought about it for a second, came up with a game plan, called the number right back, the same number, the 1-800-829-1040. Called that number back, and I selected some options that did not apply to me. And the reason I did that is because I knew that those options that I selected, although they did not apply to me, I knew that they would get me to a live representative, which is what I wanted, which is what happened. Granted, I did wait like 35 to 45 minutes because, you know, they did explain that the calls were going to be answered in the order they were received, and apparently I was going to be number 1000. But anyway, I ended up waiting like 35 to 45 minutes and was able to speak to a live representative. That was helpful, but not helpful. The reason I say that is he basically told me what I had already suspected, but anyway, I'll get to that a little later. Now, so the young man, it was a young man, he came on the line, he introduced himself, identified himself using his reference number, and then he asked me for a few verification questions just to make sure that I was actually me and that I was actually calling for me, which I was, so that was not a problem. After he took that verification information, he proceeded to check his system, and he put me on hold about 3 different times, and each hold was maybe 5 to 7 minutes long. So the third hold, once he got back on the line, he told me that the IRS was basically waiting on me. That the reason I had not received my return just yet was because they were waiting on some information from me. And he asked me if I got the letter that they mailed me way back in like March. You know, I got the letter. So I told him, yes, I did get the letter, and I did just what the letter told me to do. I contacted healthcarenet.gov. I untangled that mess that somehow someone tangled up, and that I was told by healthcare.net that they would send a letter to me and a letter to them being the IRS, explaining that I did not owe them a dang on dime. That the information that the IRS had was erroneous on every level, and basically get his girl her dang on money. Thank God that he was with me on that call, because I was still able to maintain my composure, and made the call a lot better. So anyway, he asked me that. I told him yes, I did get the letter, and I did what I was supposed to do, and gave him the spiel that I just gave you guys. That yes, I did contact healthcarenet.gov. Yes, they looked into it, found out that I did not owe them anything, that there was no mistakes made on my behalf, and that they were going to send a letter to the IRS and to myself explaining this to us. So, mind you, I did get the letter from healthcarenet.gov, the same letter that the young lady told me that was going to be sent to me and to the IRS. I got their letter. And you know, I held on to that letter. So basically, your boy was asking me, did I have those receipts? Boy, you know I got those dang on receipts. Now run me my dang on money. If I didn't know no better, I bet you they was hoping that I didn't have any of that, so that they can continue to hold on to my doggone money. If I didn't know any better, I honestly think that they were just reaching. That they were playing in my face and reaching for straws, asking me for stuff that they was hoping that I did not have, so that they could continue to hold on to my money. But you know what? The devil is a lie. Because I have everything you asked me for. So now I took the fax number. I took the mailing address number. And y'all want to know something? Y'all really want to know something funny? The contact, the mailing address that he gave me is local. So the department that's holding on to my bands is local. Boy, why you didn't tell me that already? If I'd have known that, sweetie, I could have just showed up at y'all's door. I could have just showed up the door. But you know what? Thank God for change. Because the old lady Tennille, the old ratchet Tennille, would have went to jail. Because I would have showed up down there and showed the hell out. But you know what? God is the keeper. Baby, he can clean up a good old mess, because I'm proof of that. So now, I said, sir, the address that you just gave me is local. Do you think that perhaps maybe I can just physically take that information into the office? Can I just bring these receipts to you all to expedite because I've been waiting long enough. So is there any way that I can drop this off to you guys hand in hand to expedite this whole process? Because as you can tell, I've been waiting a long time. And I'm slightly disappointed because what you guys are so-called waiting on, you already have. But it's okay because I have copies of it. And I'll be more than happy to get them to this department. But do you think perhaps maybe I can bring it and give it to you guys hand in hand? So he was like, no, due to COVID, they are not seeing people. They're not allowing people into the office. That's understandable. Okay, fine, whatever. It's okay. So I tell you what, I'll just go ahead and do as you suggested, and I will mail the information to this particular department. And I will also fax the same information to the fax number you gave me. I verified the mailing address that he gave me. I verified the fax number that he provided. And yeah, I'm gonna submit this paperwork. Sorry about that, guys. I had to reset my camera. But like I was saying in the last video, if you are one of the hundreds and thousands of people who are still waiting on your income tax returns, like myself, you might want to give them a call if you haven't already. But before you call, you want to have a few things handy. You want to have pen and paper and time and patience, because you're going to need something to write with. You're definitely going to need some time, and you're going to need some patience, because baby, you will be waiting. So now, when you call them, I would suggest you listen to the entire menu and select the options that apply to you. If those options do not get you to a live representative, or at least to some information that you're okay with, then I would hang up and call that number right back and select some options that may not apply to you, but will probably get you to a live representative, or at least to some information that you're okay with. So yeah, give them a call, have the pen and paper ready, have some time because you will be waiting, and have some patience because you may hear something that you don't want to hear, and child, it's just not worth running your blood pressure up about. Child, just pray, because I'm going to tell you like this: whatever they owe you, they have to give to you eventually. Yeah, go ahead and give them a call, and I certainly hope they tell you something good. Now I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog because I'm getting a little parched. But as always, I truly enjoy bringing these videos to you guys. And if I left out something, or if I didn't mention something that you still have a question about, please feel free to leave it in the comments below, because I love reading you guys' comments and I do my very best to respond to all of the comments. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog now. Till next time, guys. Bye.